I'm Neda Iranpour.
And I'm Evan Rani in for Eric Connor. We do want to get to your top story this morning, and that's the decision to release a convicted sexually violent predator into a local community.
And here's a picture of him. This is Michael Martinez in front of a judge right now to learn if he could be released into Borrego Springs and live there. It's a possibility that has many residents upset. They've been fighting against this. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol live at the Hall of Justice to explain what the judge may do today. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Evan and Neda. The decision has been made. Michael Martinez will indeed be moving into the Borrego Springs community. What's next is residents asking questions. Can he leave the house? Is he allowed to go on a walk, go shopping in the community? That's why I just spoke to Supervisor Jim Desmond. He represents the community of Borrego Springs. He's sharing with us what Michael Martinez is and not allowed to do.
In the early days, this sexually violent predator can go out in the yard, cannot leave the property, and can go to the mailbox and get mail, but that's it. They can't leave the property, and they reassured us that as soon as this person, steps foot off the property, then they're going to be alerted, and they'll send in the appropriate means and measures.
Now, Michael Martinez will be living on Running M Road in Borrego Springs. Now, although he will be under constant surveillance through a GPS tracker, County Supervisor Jim Desmond noted the community's lack of rapid law enforcement response and frequent electrical outages if something went wrong. Desmond said the average law enforcement response time is 28 minutes during the daytime and even longer at night, while medical and behavioral health services are located 73 miles away from the remote desert community. Now, today's new information from the hearing is when Michael Martinez will move into that home. The judge originally ordered for a beginning of September date, but that was moved to September 24th. Now, we spoke to a task force about why this change of the date was made.
We do know that there were the two things that Judge Gill had asked him. You have to clear the following things before you're allowed to place sexually violent predator Martinez in this home. One is the mortgage fraud of the owners, and the other one are the code violations for the home.
Now, residents are worried about what's next. So Supervisor Jim Desmond told me that they will probably not be notified if any of his liberties do change, if Michael Martinez is then allowed to be outside of his property without surveillance. So that's what we will be following for you, seeing what those parameters for these sexually violent predators are given, making sure, working for you to give you the information in your community, knowing what to look out for. We're working closely with Supervisor Desmond to get that information out to you as we receive it.